Hey everyone, this is Jaden Haidara here. Now, it's probably been a while since you've seen me in the flesh. Probably since like early 2020, because I fully went into the podcast mode concept that I um, started back in 2017, and it worked for me really well back then, and it still works for me now. So, um, that's the format I'm going to be using for the foreseeable future. You probably will see my face a lot more, but there's a reason why I've went so deep into podcast mode specifically, which I'll probably get into in this video or in a later video. But right now, I wanted to make an update video that really goes into everything that's been going on. So, without further ado, let's begin. So in terms of my life, uh, it's a bit complicated because my life right now, externally, is great. You know, um, I have been doing really well in school. College is going great. Um, I am doing well in the jobs that I have partaken in and are doing really well in. I took a break for a little bit, but I'll get into that later on. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's great, it's fine. Um, but the other half of it being the internally is that's where the complicated nature comes in because I'm not gonna lie to you, my mental state has been not so great. Um, it has been it has been since 2020 that it's been going a bit downhill because once 2020 came along, because we all know, last day of the golden arc was a day where we all thought, from here it can only go up. It's the start of a brand new decade. Things are gonna be just fine. And now it's like, I think at this point it's like what, 3 or so, 2.5 years later, and you know it's just been downhill ever since 2020, or let me be specific, after March of 2020. That's when it started to go downhill because I was still in high school, as you know, um, and things were going great there too. Things were getting so much better. I was actually starting to make friends, like actual friends. I was starting to like really make it in terms of being more social, join in more things, being active, you know what I mean? Like my state was going up, especially after the great year that the Golden Arc was. For those of you that don't know, the Golden Arc is the year of 2019. And I still remember high school was a great period in my life that came off of another good period in my life, which was surprisingly my time at um, PS40 school. That was a surprisingly great time. And then even back in my Golden Door charter school days, and stuff that I'll get into later on. But once the pandemic hit, and once 1 week went by, 2 weeks went by, 3 weeks went by, that was when my mental state started to go downhill, because like really downhill, because literally everything that was being built up to the epic conclusion of my high school journey was canceled ultimately. You know, we were supposed to go to a prom. It would have been my first time ever going to a prom, and it didn't happen. Um, you know, and I know that other people that have been in the same situation as me have gone through the same stuff, but for me, it was just a shift that I was not ready for. So that happens. And then towards the middle of 2020, after my virtual graduation happened, um, I got some contact information from some friends, and that was great. Um, they're great people, but I noticed that it started to go down even more to the point where I was actually starting to feel it. Because sometimes I don't really feel it when my mental state goes down, but it just sort of happens. But this is when I actually started to feel it. And then, years went by, and then 2021 came along, which I'm not going to lie to you, the first half of 2021 was great. From January to the beginning of summer, so I'd say June. Like, it was absolutely great. Or yeah, yeah, June. And then the summer happened, which was okay, and then September hit. And when I say that my whole self-esteem dropped like an anvil, I mean that it dropped like an anvil. Because right away, like, the classes were just insane. My job was a bit like it wasn't, I shouldn't say that. It was my job is great, it's a good time, but in terms of everything that I was doing at once at that time, it was very demanding. Um, I had no friends at all. Well, I shouldn't say that. I had a couple friends, but hey, those were my friends from Snyder. So, um, it was all going downhill to the point where I started thinking some things that really put me in a dark place. Questioning my value, questioning my worth to the world. And after I started feeling those things, I went to a therapist, and I went to a therapy group session that would take place, week after week. And, I started seeing them consistently. I'm still going to see them consistently, even when my summer semester begins, or spring semester, I mean. My spring semester begins. And, you know, it's been rough. I mean, I've gotten better, but it's still an uphill battle, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I mean, I'm still trying to get better when it comes to my mental state and everything, when it comes to my soul status and everything. But here's the thing, right? I feel like I feel like the joy that I once felt is no longer present. And I'm not saying like I don't feel joy at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I don't feel joy at all anymore. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the joy that I had like back in 2016, for example, when I first started this channel, um, that was a time that sure it wasn't easy, like, but I still had issues that I had to overcome, but you know, I was still very much so happy. I was still like very confident in myself and what I had to offer and what I was, ultimately what my journey was ultimately leading towards. And that was something that was real concrete, something that was like really like making me a happier person. Even though I had some tough times in high school, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, even though most of it was. But it was just, I feel like it was just like there was just more joy to be had back in the day, back when, there were more things that were normal. And even back beforehand, like 2015 to honestly my entire childhood, because my childhood was great. Even though, again, it wasn't perfect, it was great. And, now maybe it's just because, I'm entering a new phase, but it just feels different. It doesn't feel a, like, it just feels a bit wrong if I'm being honest. I don't know if it's because of everything that I've been trying to overcome in terms of what has been going on with my mental state and everything and dealing with the pandemic and what happened to my life because of it. It I don't know. It's just I haven't been as happy. Now thankfully there have been some movies out there like Spider-Man No Way Home, thankfully. And some other things too, like Encanto and Raya and the Last Dragon, and a whole bunch of you don't see it, but the Suicide Squad up there that have really like perked up and made me happy, and brought me happiness, and DC Supergirls, might I add, my fourth favorite show of all time. There have been things that have brought me some happiness, that brought me some joy, but overall it's just been very null and void for me. And I think that's why I've been uninspired when it comes to YouTube. Now, when it comes to YouTube, I do have an idea for it, but that's the thing. Like, I can't promise you that I will go back to uploading like once or twice a week like I did like years ago. I can't promise that because I am in college and I am working like multiple jobs and I am doing all these things. I'm pretty busy now. So I don't know. I can't promise you that I'll be able to upload consistently. But what I can say is that when I feel inspired to upload to YouTube, I will. I definitely will. And there are some topics out there that are ongoing right now that I would love to talk about and love to make videos about. But I'm just saying, like, I can't promise you anything. And something too, I feel like when it comes to this channel, it has helped me a lot because um, I originally started this channel because I felt like my voice was not being heard, that I was just shouting out into an abyss that nobody can hear from. And when I started this channel and I found out that people do want to hear what I have to say, people do want to, consistently hear what I have to say, that people do care, it really helped me out. And that was a major contributor for a lot of things in my life. So I'm very thankful for it, and yeah, I barely acknowledge this because to me, I never really started this channel for you know, subscriber numbers and everything. I did it because I wanted to have fun, and I still do it 'cause I want to have fun. But I want to thank everyone that has watched the videos, that has brought so much positivity and kindness and all these wonderful things to my channel over the years, because you know, you guys are some of the only people that have heard what I have to say, and well, not necessarily enjoy what I have to say. I mean, you guys have enjoyed what I had to say, and I thank you guys for that. But like, you guys are not the only people in my life that enjoy what I have to say. But I just want to thank you that you guys were recognizing me in a time where I really needed recognition from somebody. So yeah, and I guess that's why when it comes to me like over exaggerating, like, oh, I love America Chavez, or oh, I love Peter Parker, or oh, I love Kamal Khan, or oh, I really love Jessica Cruz, even though I do love those characters a lot. It really comes from a place of like, I wish I had people in my life that were like them. I would love to have a best friend that's like Peter Parker. I would love to have like sisters that were like Kamal Khan and America Chavez. I would love to have me a GF that is exactly like Jessica Cruz. And, I guess it's an allegory for the things that I have really wanted in my life. And, it's interesting because, again, I love those characters. And, I love them so much. And, you know, it's just interesting. It's interesting to think about. But yeah, maybe I'll talk about my favorite characters in a video sometime. But yeah, um, I didn't mean for it to get this I mean, I did mean for it to get this personal because it's an update video and I want to be like 100% honest about where I've been in my life. And you guys are important, so you should know. And plus, this channel has kind of had dust and cobwebs on it for like a straight up year. So, you know, sorry about that. But I like I said before, I have made videos. If you want to see those videos, I'll link the 2021 videos playlist that I just made today in the description and at the end of this video, so you guys can see those videos. So yeah, in terms of the future of this channel, I have an announcement to make, which is that the other channels, Spider-Man 101, Disney Fan 101, not Spidey-Fan Vlogs, because I want to use that channel in a dual sense to make more of these kind of videos. But yeah, in terms of Spider-Man 101, Disney Fan 101, um, those channels are going to be halted. Like, there'll be no more videos posted to those channels. But instead, what I'm going to do is that those videos that I'll upload on those channels will be uploaded here on the main channel, because you know that'll just help in terms of being more consistent with this channel. And also, my channel was like birthed off of those two topics, Spider-Man and Disney. So bringing them back to this channel would be the best thing. So yeah, if you guys have any interest in checking out those channels still, again, I'll link them in the description. Because there are a lot of great videos on those channels if you want to check them out. But yeah, so this is a video that is just me giving you guys an honest, tried and true update Not like the updates I did in the past where they're like couple seconds and talking about videos that I wanted to make but never got to make. Like this is a genuine update on my life and everything that's going on in my life. So yeah, I might make more videos like this in the future because, it's very therapeutic. Not only just something like this, but you know, let you guys know what's up. I do this a lot with my two therapy connections. So yeah, this could be a cool thing too. So yeah, I'm Jaden Hadara saying peace.